Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. So this is the second quiz video that I've done for the channel. This one is called Final Fantasy X for Devoted Fans, which first of all sounds like a book. It'd be pretty cool. It's rated tough. I'm already looking at the first question and it already looks like that I'm gonna have trouble with it. And they rate this as a top 5% quiz. So if you guys enjoy these kinds of videos, please be sure to leave a like on this video and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more Final Fantasy related content. I am doing more than just producing lore videos. I am now starting to do a more variety of ideas for videos, and this is one of them. And of course, if you guys want to do some quizzes yourselves and send them my way so I can give it a shot, let me know. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this Final Fantasy X for Devoted Fans quiz. So which form of Sin do you fight first? Sin Spawn Amius, Sin Spawn... I'm gonna botch these pronunciations, so forgive me for this. Sin Spawn Geno, Sin Spawn Equilis, and Sin Spawn Yi. Now, I know for a fact that Sin Spawn Yi is the one that you fight in Operation Mi'ihen, just because I've seen that battle more times than I can count. I believe the first one is Sin Spawn Geno, the one with like the tentacle arms like on the top of the pillar. I almost said its head, but it doesn't have a head. Whose sigil is fashioned in the shape of Mercury? I'm gonna be honest, I'm not familiar at all with the planets and like the planets and characters connections. Like I don't know what connection there is to that. So I actually don't know who has the shape of Mercury. Like I know for a fact that each character has sigils that match them to a planet, but I don't know which one is which. Clearly I don't hunt for the celestial weapons enough. I am going to actually guess that this is Lulu. Just because Mercury, I mean, I don't know. Actually, is it Lulu or is it T? I'm thinking it's either Lulu or Tidus. I actually think Wakkas is Saturn, but I could also be completely wrong because I'm actually not sure about any of this. But my first gut reaction told me it was Lulu, so I'm gonna go with Lulu for Mercury. It could also be based on the fact that Tidus is the main character and Mercury is the first planet in the solar system. If that's the case and I get it wrong, then at least we've learned something, but I'm not actually sure. Who is the female summoner that challenges Yuna to one-on-one Aeon duels throughout the game? I don't know if it's case sensitive, but it is Belgemine, and I'm gonna do a capital B because it's a name. Because I'm educated. When Yuna is sentenced to Via Purifico, she is forced to battle Isaru and 3 of his Aeons. Which of these is not one used by Isaru? He's used Bahamut for sure. And he's used Valefor for sure. It's either Ixion or Ifrit. I actually think it's Ixion. I don't think he uses Ixion in this fight. I actually think he uses Ifrit. But again, I'm trying to picture Via Purifico and who I take on in there. And I know Bahamut's there. I know Valefor's in there. I already know Valefor's in there because I noticed the nickname he had for it, and it was such an interesting... Oh, they all had nicknames. But I'm not sure which one he didn't use. I believe it was Ixion. When you fight Seymour Natus on the High Bridge, what is the name of the enemy that fights with him? I don't know the name of that little creature. I know he uses an ability that drains Seymour of itself when you kill it. I don't know his name. Is it Metamorphosis? That could be the name of the ability, but I don't know the name of the thing. Yuna was born in Besaid. She was not. She grew up in Besaid, but I believe she was born in Bevel. Yeah, I believe she was born in Bevel, but she was not born in Besaid. Which character uses Targus as an armor? It's Riku. Now, I should have put a bit of a disclaimer that I am not as good in gameplay questions as I am going to be in lore questions. But if the gameplay questions is like that, then it might be easy, but still. What does Soul Spring do if you use it on an enemy? I have never used Soul Spring in my life. I know that's an item, but I don't actually know what it does because I've never actually used it. I think it absorbs magic points. I don't think it absorbs health. I'm just gonna go with him, P. Which of these is not an attack used by the Sanctuary Keeper? Oh, I remember this fight. So I know it has photon wings and I know it uses tail sweep. I don't think it uses cross cleave. Cross cleave doesn't sound like an ability would have. I think it actually has mana breath. I'm familiar with these first 3. I'm not familiar with it having cross cleave. I see cross cleave as being used by like a person that's dual wielding swords or of the matter. That's what I see cross cleave being. I don't think it's used by the Sanctuary Keeper unless they use it as claws, but I think his claws attack is just a regular attack. I don't think that's the one that has a specific name to it. What does Yuna learn once she gets to the temple in Xanarkand? Ooh. This is interesting, actually. I don't think Tidus doesn't love, like, she doesn't learn that he loves her until Makalania Lake. I think that's when she learns that Tidus loves her. I don't think it's in the temple in Xanarkand. Not to mention that happens before they get to Xanarkand. It happens before they get to the Comlands. It's definitely not the fourth one. She's been labeled as a traitor before she even gets to Mount Gagazet, so it's not that either. It's either she must die for the summoning or that there is no final Aeon. I believe she knew that she was gonna die. I think so, because it's how she's kind of carried herself throughout the journey and why she's been leaving those spheres. I think she knows that she's gonna die. I don't think she learned... Oh, actually, I wouldn't know this as well. If this is correct, that there is no final Aeon, it means that she knew there was gonna be a final Aeon, but I don't think she knew that a guardian had to die with her. I think she learns that there's no final Aeon. In which temple do you acquire the Dark Aeon Anima? This is Bodge Temple. It is the first place we visit after Xanarkand. What is Yunalesca's deadly attack in her third form? Isn't it Megadeath? It's Megadeath, right? Yeah, it's Megadeath. But it's one word. So I actually don't know. But I believe it's Megadeath. I could be wrong. I just remember her using Megadeath in form number 3. Like, once you transform to form Mega 3, it should be Megadeath. We'll see. If it's spelled wrong, I'm gonna count it as correct. Animus Faith was Seymour's father. Nope, it was Seymour's mother. What is Kimari's legendary weapon called? Again, I am not familiar with gameplay. I'm not familiar enough with the celestial weapons, but I believe it's called the Spirit Lance. It's the first thing that came into my mind. It's the one that resonated the most with me, but again, I don't know if I'm correct. What are the Magus' sisters' default names? It's Cindy, Sandy, and Mindy. Yeah, it's not Bunny, it's not Mandy, it's Mindy for sure. And then Sandy's for sure. Each character has an assigned color on the sphere grid. Whose color is green? I believe it's Riku's. I believe Oron's is red, Waka's is orange, Lulu's is purple. Riku's is green. What item do you need to customize the weapon with the break damage ability? I actually don't know this one. I think it's because this is based on the original Final Fantasy X from the PS2, and I believe in the remaster they took that off. Or they increased it to the 99,000. But I almost want to say it's the Dark Matter. I'm thinking Dark Matter, Shining Gem, or 3, so I don't think it's the amulet. I think I'm gonna go Dark Matter here. Again, I could be wrong. Again, I'm not as attuned to the gameplay aspect of the game as I am with the story. Riku is the first person Tidus teams with in Spira, assuming Xanarkand does not really exist. So if the whole Xanarkand scene didn't actually happen, then yes, Riku would have been the first person he would have teamed up with. How many unsent characters do you come across in the game? Oh man. So I actually have to go back and go through every single one. So Oron is unsent. Belgamine is unsent. Jisk, does Jiskel count? No, Micah is an unsent. Oh man, I have to go through everything. Micah's unsent. Maken, okay. Maken is an unsent. So that's 4. Am I missing anybody? If I'm missing somebody, I have to find out. I think this, like, I know this quiz, they will write down like the details, so I can't, I want to go see through that for sure. I'm gonna go with 4. If I miss anyone, then Seymour shouldn't really count because he was alive. But he died and became an unsent. So does that count? Does Seymour count as an unsent? That's tough. That is tough. But I'm just gonna go with 4 because they were already unsent when we came across them. So, in the ending cinema, Tidus begins to fade away. What is the last thing Yuna says to him? This is actually a pretty interesting fact. Because this is the English version, she says, "I love you." I believe if it's Japanese, she says, "Thank you." I like how thank you wasn't even an option here. I would have said thank you if it was Japanese, but it's "I love you." I could also be wrong about that whole thing. In the opening cinema, what team were the Abes? Oh shoot. Oh crap. It's a strange name. The first thing I thought of was Ruffles for some reason. It's something like that. It's a weird name. Oh, I don't know. I actually don't know what the name of. Oh, I can't believe I don't know. The announcer guy does say it though. When, like, as you're running through the bridge headed towards the Blitzball Stadium, they do say, I believe they do say who the Zanarkand Apes were playing. And I think it's completely wrong. This is like, I'm embarrassing myself with this. It's completely wrong, but I don't remember the name of the team. It's something like that. It reminded me of the Chips for some reason, but whatever. According to Seymour, who once lived in Zanarkand, Unalaska. It's according to his sphere, right? Who once lived in Zanarkand. Yeah, Unalaska. Because I think this was the scene where he tried to convince Yuna to marry him by showing him the sphere of Lord Zeon and Lady Unalaska getting married. Unless there's a scene that I'm completely forgetting, in which case, then, oh well. As the group make their way to Makalania Temple to meet up with Yuna, Tidus asks Lulu what she thinks of Riku. What is her response? She's fun to be with. I don't think she says can't stand the brat. That'd be so funny if she did though. I hate all I'll bet is more Waka's response. And Yuna trusts her, so do I. I don't remember her saying this. What's the name of the man that you meet at the Comlands Travel Agency? It's Father Zook. He was the one... Father Luke. But yeah, he's the one that Lu and Waka once guarded, and he chose to quit because of his impending fate, and he didn't want to go through it. Who was Unalaska's father? If it's 2 words, it's Lord Braska. All right, I don't know how we did. Let's we actually get to see the most recent scores. Oh man, this is definitely a tough. Oh, they have answer keys and interesting information. Okay, well, I mean, we're gonna submit the answers and see. Oh, it's Sinspawn Amis. That means Sinspawn. Oh, now I remember it. Sinspawn Geno is the it's the one you fight at Kilika. Now it came back to me. It's Sinspawn Amis. Dang it, I should have paid attention to this one more. Sinspawn Geese Operation Mihen, that's the one I remembered completely. It's Riku. Again, I wasn't gonna know this because I'm not as well informed with this. So anyways, I guess Mercury says Riku's. Female Summoner. I'm surprised only 30 people got this. Oh, maybe they spelled it wrong. Maybe that's the reason why. But I think most of the 70% of them getting incorrect was just them not being able to spell Belgamine. So yeah, that's probably where it came from. More to body, damn it. Metamorphosis must have been the ability. More to body, damn it, I didn't get that one. Ixion, I got that one. Yeah, the Veilfor was called Teria, which looks like it's actually derived of the dinosaur, the pterodactyl. It's pretty cool. Yeah, this one I didn't know the name. I knew it had more, it had more something, but I didn't know which more it was. Yuna's born Besaid, that's false. She was born in Bevel, got that one. I did not know how Soul Spring. I did not know what Soul Spring. I've never used it, surprisingly. So, oh, Mana Spring drains MP and stamina. Okay, then that makes sense. Cross Cleave, yeah, I knew that one. Yeah, this one, there's no Aeon. I mean, she already knew she was gonna die just based on how she was acting throughout the story. Bosch Temple, yep. Megadeth. Okay, so I found it confusing that they put it as 1 word, even though it should have been 2 words. But yes, it is Megadeth. Spirit Lands, yep. False, yep. It's Mother, yep. So I'm just looking through these real quick because it's kind of like most of them should get it right. Yeah, Dark Matter for break damage ability. This one was more of like an instinct answer. Like I had a gut feeling it was Dark Matter, but like I could not like figure it out because I knew it because I didn't. I was unsure. Yeah, assuming it doesn't exist. See, now this is where it got interesting. So who are the 4 I named? I named Belgamine, I named Orin, I named Maken, and I named Micah. So who did we miss? Okay, so Jisco. Okay, I guess Jisco does count, even though you only really come across him during... Well, no, technically you do come across him even if you don't actually meet him. Well, I mean, you kind of technically do. Okay, so they do count Seymour. Oh, fuck, Unalaska. I completely missed Unalaska. That's so unfortunate. So I guess they counted Seymour as an unsent. Okay, fair enough, even though he wasn't actually unsent when you first meet him. But I guess you do come across him as an unsent. Unalaska had a servant. Oh, is it the priest that leads them through? Oh, and Lady Ginham. Yeah, I missed Lady Ginham. Okay, so I was off by 5, but Seymour one was I thought. I'm not sure, but yeah. Douglas, I knew it was a weird name. I just didn't know what the name was. I just knew it was a weird name. But yeah, I knew it was announced when Titus was running on his way to the stadium. I just didn't know the name. 15%. Wow, 15% people got that correct, huh? Interesting. They really do pay attention to detail. I guess I don't pay attention enough. I think I just skipped through that and just run through it. I don't think I stayed in the bridge long enough. I just ran through it all the way. According to Seymour, who wants to live in Xanarkand, Yunalesca, yep. Again, he tried to convince Yuna to marry him by telling the story. She's fun to be with. Who's Yunalesca's? Oh, I'm an idiot. I went through this really fast and completely missed. Oh, I'm an idiot for this one. This one exposed me. That's so unfortunate. I thought it was like, I read it really fast and didn't even like read it properly. 21%. I shouldn't be happy about this. I should have gotten this. This is so sad. And it's so sad because the Yu Yevon video is the most viewed. It's the most viewed on the channel, so I'm a little bit embarrassed that I got this wrong, but anyway. Oh well. So that's gonna do it for this quiz. I got 18 out of 25, which is pretty decent. It's way higher than the average, but I'm still upset at some of the ones I got wrong. Like, I was upset that I got Yunalesca's father wrong. That's pretty embarrassing. I just read it. I went through that way too fast. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this quiz video. Let me know how you guys did. And other than that, if you guys have any more quizzes or stuff for me to react to, definitely let me know. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys enjoy this kind of content, and leave a like on the video, of course. And other than that, this is Enzo signing out, and I'll see you guys soon.